Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do a really simple get ready with me because as you guys can see, I finally got my makeup room back. So I'm really excited, and to get myself kind of back into the swing of filming these beauty videos, beauty slash casual just talking videos, I want to start it off with a get ready with me. But before I start, I just received a message on my phone just then saying that my Lisa Eldridge foundation is going to arrive today. The fact that today is a Sunday and also the Lisa Eldridge foundation is going to arrive today, I'm just surprised and also beyond excited. Really happy for this Sunday. And also, to make today's video more interactive, I think I'm going to be answering some of the comments or replying some of the comments that I received last time on my video, which was the Lisa Eldridge try on foundation video. So yeah, let's get started. Recently I found that my skin has been more towards the dry, normal side, so I've been getting into more moisturizing foundations. I've been using these two. This one is the Bobbi Brown Serum Intense Foundation, and the shade I have here is in N.Y.M.P.H Neutral Porcelain. And the other foundation I've been mixing it together is this Sulwhasoo one. It's the Perfecting Foundation Fondue Tint. The shade I have here is in 13N. The reason I like to mix these two together is because the Bobbi Brown is really hydrating, but the coverage is not as high, whereas this Sulwhasoo one has really high coverage and also the consistency is much thicker, so it's able to kind of even out the serum-like texture of this Bobbi Brown foundation. Just using my hand as a mixing palette here, and you guys can see I use the tiniest amount. Just dotted the foundation on the face, and you guys can see I've been focusing towards the middle of the face because the side of the face is actually quite evened out, but the center is where I get the most redness and discoloration. This is the foundation done. It is really light coverage. I would say light to medium coverage. It's basically just evening out the skin tone on my face. And I find that as I age, I'm not that old, but I always say as I age, I've been really getting into these really light coverage, just skin-like feel on the skin foundation finishes. It's the most natural and classical look. It never goes out of style, and it just really suits my age, my kind of emotional, financial, spiritual feel. That's too much for foundation coverage, but yes, this is how I'm liking my foundation nowadays. So after the foundation stage, I thought I'll come back and reply some of your comments. I received a couple of comments from wonderful people like Ruby and also BB Gun, saying that the foundation looks a bit too pale and pink or cool tone on my skin, and I do agree with that because after I tested that shade out on that day, I actually tried all 4 shades on my skin and I found that shade 3 was the best. So shade 3 was actually more on the yellow side, so more warm, and that's the shade that I purchased from Lisa Eldridge. So thank you so much for your comment. It did really trigger my thoughts and kind of help me in choosing the final shade that I purchased from Lisa Eldridge. For concealer, I'm grabbing this one, which has my grubby fingerprints on it. I'm just wiping it off for presentation purposes. But it is this one by Givenchy. It is their Teint Couture Eyewear Concealer. The shade I have here is in 10. And going along with the light coverage, I'm just dotting the smallest amount on these 4 points. Setting my concealer with the Pat McGrath powder. You guys can see I've used it so much. The name is gone. To set all of the face, I'm using this new powder, and the packaging is beautiful. This is the Florasis Gorgeous Peach Blossom Powder in the shade 02. And I just have to admire how beautiful the packaging is. And the way to open it, because the first time I purchased it, I was like literally going, why isn't this opening? Like, what is wrong with you? Or what is wrong with me, right? But it actually, there's a little trick to it. You have to turn it, and then it opens. That is so intriguing. And the powder inside looks like a cushion compact. Here is the powder puff, and down here is the powder. And on top of the powder, there's this little protecting sheet as well. So this one has a peachy tone to it. And again, I'm focusing the powder only to the center of the face. For highlight, I tried this technique yesterday, and it's using the Huda Beauty N.Y.M.P.H highlight, and the shade I have here is in Luna, the lightest one. It's a bit more golden, warm undertone, and I just dab the tiniest amount. I've been really liking these Huda Beauty face products. For blush, I'm using this one. It's new to me. It's by Patrick Ta, and the shade is called She's Passionate. So it's a really nice pink blush. And for these blushes, they're actually not that pigmented, so it's really easy to use. It's more like a soft watercolor on the cheeks. To finish the blush off, I'm adding a tiny pop of this blush. It's the Huda Beauty Glowish blush in the shade Caring Coral 02. Just a little tap on the bubbles of the cheeks. To add a bit of dimensions, only to this part of my cheeks, because you guys can see it comes out. And I'm using the Glowish, Huda Glowish bronzer in the shade Light 01, Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. The purpose of the bronzer is basically to create shadow. You guys can see right now, after I applied the bronzer, it's not dark, but it just looks like this part of the face is more back. Whereas before, when I had foundation on, it just looked really flat, and this part looked like it was popping more forward. To finish off the cheeks, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Glowish. This is the Luminous Pressed Powder in the shade 01 Fair. I realized that this product had been getting a lot of mixed reviews online, and that's because this is advertised as a all over kind of pressed powder. But for me personally, I use this as a highlight topper, because there are times when I don't want my highlight to pop all that much, or even when a highlight is too sparkly, there's too many flecks in it, I like to use this powder on top of it because this powder is not a flat powder. So it still gives you dimension, but it kind of dims down the sparkliness of the powder that you put underneath. And also it's a good item to kind of blend out the blush and highlight here. So I just like to pop this on top of highlights. And it's a really good product to add highlight to areas that you don't want as high of intensity. So if you want highlight on the tip of the nose, you can just add a bit here. Just blend it out. And on the brow bone here. Just for a more natural look. Top of the lips here. For the brows, I finally moved on from my Excel brow pencil to this one. This is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. The shade I have here is medium brown. I like to create more of a straight brow, extending it towards the end here. And the reason I like this brow pencil, same as the Perfector and Huda products, you can never do a heavy hand with this. The end product is always so soft, and you can take your time drawing the shape that you want. Today is a bit thick, but still good. Not sure if you guys can hear it, but my husband is mowing the lawn outside. It's probably the first time he's done it this year, and he's kind of struggling. He started off for like 2 seconds and then the lawnmower stopped. Sounds pretty good now. So before I start off with the eyes, I'll come back to your comments. So I received a comment from Fotioni Armstrong. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I'm sorry if I'm not. But her comment was, the foundation looks beautiful on you. And thank you so much. I just want to say that I do read your comments. I'm a really horrible person in a sense that I'm really bad at replying comments, replying messages as well in my personal life. I just read it and I kind of put it away and think about it and I forget about it, which is a really bad habit. But I just want you guys to know that I do read your comments, and your comments mean, it encourages me so much. So thank you guys so much. And do please leave your comments, whether it be positive, negative, neutral, happy, sad, or, you know, your thoughts on anything. Just, you know, I want to I want to talk to you guys, whether it be through these kind of videos, because I know me typing it, like I have a bad habit. So maybe going forward, I can do these videos where I make a video and also I reply to your comments like here, verbally with you guys. I've used this eye primer for years and I don't even think I need to say what it is. So just blobbing this. I think my one is running low. For eyeshadow, I'm using this one by Tom Ford. Is the eyeshadow quads in the shade 27 Mink Mirage. There's a story behind this one because I saw this mentioned by someone in their monthly favorites a few days ago, and as soon as I saw it, I thought I have to have it. And this was late at night. You know, you can never do purchases late at night at about like, you know, 10 or 11. No. So I saw it mentioned by someone and I was basically going online, seeing where it has stock, and I thought I'll put a hold on it, and just for tonight. Tomorrow morning I'll wake up and, you know, have another think about it. But then when I woke up the next day, I thought I must have it in my collection here. Because for me personally, when I get into a brand, I tend to browse all of the range and buy everything that I'm interested in. So when I was in the Tom Ford brand, I purchased this one. And you guys can see, it's all matte in here. There's nothing exciting, but it's just the combination of these shades. It just makes the perfect everyday neutral mattes palette. If I was putting together for my eyeshadows, this is practically it. And I was having those days where I just thought to myself, why didn't I take this out earlier? I mean, I wore this yesterday and I just love it. So yes, I'm using this one again today, and that was the long story behind this eyeshadow palette. First, using this beigey light brown shade. Sweeping upwards will basically make your eyes more elongated that way. And with the darker brown shade here, just nestling this into the crease of the outer eye portion. And again, when you blend it out, I just like to flick upwards and into the crease. And then finally, using the sponge that it comes with in this eyeshadow quad, using this black one on the thinnest sponge applicator and just lining the eyes. And when I do line, I just bring it to the center of the eyes. I don't go in because it tends to close up my eyes. I like to use my ring finger to just bring everything upwards. And then using the other side, the fatter sponge, just smudging the line. And then finally, I'm using this pale ivory shade here, using the brush applicator in the quad as well. For lashes, I'm still using these two, so not all that much has changed.
And it was in this field that I came upon a clue. I want to describe my discovery in the simplest terms possible, because it will reveal to you why it is true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
The doorbell just rang. Guys, guess what just came? The doorbell rang and Lisa Eldridge is here. So I'm going to open it up with you guys. It's going to be a lot of rattling because it's a actual opening. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Beautiful packaging. I'm going to put that down. The foundation. As I mentioned before, I got shade 3. So just opening it up with you guys. Oh, I literally just took a breath in and it's so beautiful. I can't believe I'm holding it. It's so pretty. Oh my god. so immaculate. Oh, this design. Now I just want to clean my makeup table and just have this sitting in like center stage. It's so beautiful. I mean, even in the little box here, it looks like a gem, doesn't it? I'm just going to have it sitting back in its little stand here because it's just so beautiful. Oh, so excited. And also with this foundation today, I got another foundation tester card. The set I got is in set 2, light medium. And the top box can actually be used as a beauty storage device like this, because the box itself is really sturdy. And also inside here there's a cushion to protect the foundation, of course, but if you use it as a storage box, when you put items in, it wouldn't have that hard click. And of course you have to stand it up with the Lisa Eldridge symbol in front facing you. And that was my excitement outflow for receiving the Lisa Eldridge foundation today. So I'm going to be using Lisa Eldridge lipstick in the shade Rose Official. And this is the finished makeup look for today. Thank you so much for keeping me company today while I do my makeup. Before we wrap up, I just want to come back to your comments of my last video from the likes of Dina, Amy and Honey, who said thank you so much for this Lisa Eldridge foundation review. And I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for leaving me a comment. I do really enjoy seeing your comments and reading them. It means so much to me, and as I said before, it just encourages me so much. So please do leave your comments down below as well. Thank you guys so much, and until next time, stay beautiful, stay happy. Bye!